Hi, so today I'm going to share a look inside my Travelers Company Standard and Passport for 2025, how I've been utilizing them, and why I might be adjusting those. And I'm Tammy Inman, and this is A Peach Life. And if this is your first time joining me, I'm going to be sharing a little backstory. So as I share through my notebooks. So for those who have followed and have been here with me, you know that my mom had recently, in January, underwent brain surgery. And it was something that came on all of a sudden. And so I had been in my Travelers Company Standard notebook, I had been documenting the process along the way from when it first got discovered, which was December 24th, and then just the process of her surgery, little quick notes and snippets and names and stuff like that that I might need to remember, all while decorating to just try and have some sort of little enjoyment in there. And again, keeping track of things that happen on certain days and adjustments. So if I needed to look back, I was able to do that. And notes and things like that. And every week I use stickers from the Sticky Club, either cute or vintage set. Those are the two monthly ones that I get. And there's the little front of that insert. And so this was so good at keeping me on track. And because I automatically already journal and plan and note take and do sort of like a commonplace journaling, also an art journaling, I was already in the habit to do the things that I needed to. And so look how cute those little stickers are. So by doing that, I already had that like momentum of documenting and keeping track. My days I visit are circled with the hearts. Like it was pretty much every single day, if not staying long periods of the day, going back in the evening. She was for a long period of time all the way up in Buckhead, which is in Atlanta, which is like a 45 minutes from me without traffic. But if anyone knows, that Atlanta traffic is a lot. And that's coming from living in Southern California. And that is the worst traffic, I think, that in New York. But wow, that Atlanta is a lot. And so I just kind of just sharing. And so I kind of haven't been on my videos just this last probably 2 weeks now, because my mom did pass away. And I've shared that on my Facebook, which is my personal page, not my A Peach Life group Facebook, just for family and friends to have information. But I'm sharing that with you guys now in that moment, because I know I have shared little bits along the way, and you guys have reached out with leaving nice comments or sending messages or cards, texts, all kinds of stuff of just prayers and well wishes. And so you can see I now came to this week, and I didn't even have anything in me to even decorate. So as I talk to you, it is, as I make this video, it is Thursday, March 27th. And my mom had passed away here on the 15th. And so I just did not feel, not obviously, but understandably, wanting to use this insert and to kind of keep going forward. I feel like it was so much of that moment that I just don't really feel that I will go back to this. I will just save this as my notes and memories of that time. Although I did journal about it in like my Moleskine Daily, like personal thoughts and process and stuff. And I've just taken time, and I haven't really made videos or anything. I've just taken like a quiet time and space, but I wanted to really show you what I did here and how already creating helped me to have that along the journey. I have a little video I shared on the day after my mom's surgery in the ICU. It's a really small little snippet of a quiet little evening when I had brought my journal stuff. I'll link that in case anyone's interested. But it really has helped me and given me so much goodness. Now, I say all that because I have this great insert, and it is my monthly, and I keep this just for my YouTube. So when I do videos and make for you guys, I jot those down to make sure I'm sharing the things that I want to share with you guys, and I'm doing a little variety and sharing some shorts and some photos in that little post area on the YouTube. What is that called? I always kind of mix that up. Let's see, what is that? Yeah, posts. And they kind of just, the photos that fall in a little washy on me. And so each month I did that, and I can kind of see how my YouTube is growing. And towards the end of last year, I became a YouTube partner, which was so exciting. And you guys really watching, even though I have a small amount of subscribers, you guys are really great at watching the little videos and all that time. So it's wonderful. So I always do a little monthly, and I write that down. And it also reminds me of things I do want to share, and to make sure I'm consistent sharing, because that's so important. And then for the month of March, and then again here, my last video I shared was Tuesday, and now we're here on Thursday the 27th. And every week I normally share at least 3 or 4 videos, but you can see when she had passed, when she went to her new little heaven home, I just took this time, and it was just the quietest time. I'm trying not to get emotional telling you, but I finally had started working in my garden, and that was a different kind of quiet time. That was wonderful. And then I would go by her house on my golf cart, which is a little difficult, and I have to like pass by her house almost everywhere I go on my golf cart. So we'll see how that goes. But I started going by, and I would tell Birdie, my husband, like, oh, pull up here or pull around here. She has different cute little rabbits and little cats and different, little garden art or decor. And I'd say, oh, I'm going to put that one in my garden, and I'd bring it home, and little piece by piece, a few little pieces I've added to my garden. So that was really nice. So you can see for March, I have not done much for you guys, but I know she would definitely never want me to stop doing my YouTube. She was such an encouragement of inspiring me to really become a YouTube partner and to get my hours. And I didn't think about it till really late in the year. And she was just like, oh dear, you can do it. I know you can do it. Like, oh, you do so wonderful. And she was always encouraging. Every video that came out, she'd say, oh, I'm watching your video, and I love how you did this. And oh, that is so cute. You find the cutest things. Like, she was just like a little great cheerleader. So you can see I did April, and these stickers from Sticky Club are just so, oh my gosh, so wonderful. These little cats. But I can see myself not wanting to use this monthly because it's in here, and I just can't right now imagine using this format like I showed you. But this is just so good and so cute. Maybe I can move it to something else. But if not, and using it is a little too difficult, sorry. I'm like a little raw still making this video, but if it's still a little too difficult. And it's just so darn cute. I love it so much. But I ordered another monthly in Passport. So I've shared with you in my videos that I utilize a Passport size. And I have my little monthly in here. And it's really just for like the very, very, very most important appointments. I try not to clog it up with anything else. And so I have like a birthday, haircut appointment, Joshua's, my son, my little birdie, Joshua, his doctor appointment. He broke his kneecap riding his electric bike, and he got in an accident. And so going back with him to one of his appointments, the vet for my cat Yippee, my son's, his engagement party he planned for his now little fiance, my friends' birthdays. Okay, and then I decorated April, and whatever I decorate in here, I use the extra stickers in here. So like I shared, the month of April was the cute cat sticky club ones. And then the month prior was these cute little garden mushroom ones. So I just use the sticker sheet, and I'll continue it over here. Same here's the little cat theme. So that has been really fun, and I've done a few of these little videos with you. And I want to do them with you each month, but with everything going on, I just started to do them on my own. But isn't that so cute? So I really love the little theme together. So what I was thinking is I ordered another one of these in the Passport, and maybe I would just utilize my YouTube stuff in the small version. And then the other thing in here is I have a blank, these little thin notebook paper ones that I find I don't use for many things, and they're so thin for art journaling or, I don't know, writing. I know people just love it, that it reminds them of Tomo River paper-ish. But I found that I like mine just for quick little notes and stuff. And I can either keep it, or this was paint tubes and stuff I jotted down. Information, hospice stuff and things for my mom, and phone numbers, other little numbers. It's just a quick jot down, nothing important. And just when you're needing that piece of paper to do a quick note. So that's really wonderful and a great way for me to utilize those clear little thin papers without feeling like I'm taking one of my nicer like grid. I tend to go for the grid ones. Okay, so in saying that, I haven't received my little monthly one, and I thought maybe for now it'd just be nice to have that in here, and I can keep track of my YouTube. And I want it to fit all in this one here. So I'm gonna make some changes because I want to be able to tuck my notebook in, my monthly, and yeah, because this just has, it's so cute, and I love utilizing it, but it just has so much memory right now of my mom, especially these notes in here is really tough. So I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to set that aside. Look at those little guys. That's from a card. And then the little Atlanta Pin Show. It's a small one. It's not like if you're used to going to the big guys like DC. I think Chicago's even big, but DC is a big one. And the San Francisco one's a really big one, just like DC. I think DC is their largest one here in the US. But the Atlanta one's nice. It's small compared to those, but it's quite large. It's like 4 of the conference rooms. Okay, sorry, little sidetrack, digressing for a moment on that. Okay, so understandably, I can see where this is kind of throwing me off. And as much as this year I didn't want to be switching and switching and switching, and I haven't been. I've been consistent. I can understand for the moment of wanting to switch that. So I'd like to show you what I would like to do. So here I have the little pockets. This is the zipper cover. And I'm always saying, and I've showed in other videos, think about how you want to use it or flip it and turn it, because you don't have to just use it the way it's folded. And so I'll show you what I'm thinking about doing for it. So I want to actually utilize it this direction. Okay, so I'm going to take everything out and I'm going to do that little setup. So this is one of the little clear sleeve pockets. I just trimmed it a little. And then you guys have asked me about this, and it's like, and I've given you guys the link, but it's I think it's like Kubo or Kobo. I can't see that very good. Kobo and Lucy, really cute little shop out of, let's see, California. Okay, so what I want to do really quick with you guys, since I'm flipping this the other direction. So right now I'm utilizing it like this with the 2 little pockets on the inside. And I want it with the solid, the 1 pocket on the inside. So I'm going to crease that because I got it so used to the other direction. I want to just kind of help that get started for a second. I'm going to show you why. My thought is I want to tuck this in here, and I want to tuck my monthly that I'm using here. So I'd like to put it like this. Okay, wait, I'm on February. March. I feel like with my stickers and the writing, I'm already gonna like lose track of where I'm at times. So I really just keep my most, like, I cannot miss appointments. Okay, and then I can flip here and I can see my year and year ahead at a glance. So I want to tuck this in right here. And then I marked, and then I can flip ahead and write anything I need to for April. I already have at the shoe repair place to pick up. They're sewing this organizer thing for my golf cart. I got this thing for my golf cart place, and I wanted to attach it to the back of my golf cart so I can put different things in it. I'll put a picture and post it when it's done for you guys. So I took it to our shoe repair to see if they can sew on this Velcro for me. My sewing machine, it's just too thick. It couldn't do it. Okay, so I say that, and what I'd like to do to keep the monthlies together, so let's pretend for just a moment. Here, let me get one so we can pretend. Okay, so we're gonna pretend for a second. This is the other monthly. Let me grab a little notebook out. Okay, so we're gonna pretend this is my other monthly that's supposed to arrive on Saturday, and I'd like to tuck it into this pocket here. And that way, both of the monthlies will be together. So when I need to check something, it's here. When I need to write down my YouTube, those month at a glances are right here. And then back here, I'd like to add my little notebook for note-taking, even though this is my little artwork. Even though this is on here, it's so cute. I don't want to see it go, but I'm going to tuck it back here, and I'm going to put my pencil board back here because it helps hold that in more snug. Do you guys like to collect the pencil boards? I do. I feel like I have a few a little everywhere. I like them to clip my watercolor things like on. And these little pockets I love to get. Okay, so I want to put this one back in here. I like the clear pocket, but sometimes I don't like to see the little junk I'm putting in there. So I just trimmed this little guy down. I give that a fold. And then I can put that in there. And then I have the little clear pocket to put stuff in. Or you can organize it. And I've added this little sticker. And then, yeah, so that's great. This is my pretend other monthly. And then at the back is for my notes. And then what I can do, I've had this gift card and I keep forgetting to take it with me. I need to, or I forget that I have it with me. Okay. And this was like on the top of packaging. And it was stapled, but it's just so cute. I was like, oh, that's perfect for holding my stamps. Okay. So that's in there. This is a little Hobonichi clear pocket that was A6 that I trimmed down. I love trimming all the little things, so I can stick that in the back there. Okay. Then let me show you what that looks like. Nice. You only have a little bit of that zip pocket, just slightly coming over. Everything else stays in there nice and flush. And then I have a little video for you guys after this where I shared putting this on here. And I had a little piece that I cracked and ripped, so I thought I'll utilize it like this. I've shared in many of my other passports and standard size traveler's notebooks that I do the glue in here. And finally in this video, instead of just telling you, I showed you guys what I did. So that's nice to tuck in little receipts and things. And okay, so the receipts, my monthly, which is on the elastic, my soon to be the other monthly for my YouTube, and then my quick note taking back here, notes, which will be perfect, not too over chunky, just nice. Okay. And then when I get that neat little notebook, I will decorate the little cover with you guys. Here I stuck with the little sticker it came with, along with adding a few little extra goodies on. So I will decorate this, the new monthly when I get that with you guys. And I'll show you then, you'll get to see how it looks in there. And I think that will really help me with my consistency. And I just found, and again, very understandable, giving myself grace, why I was not wanting to go to this or to look at this right now. It's obviously going to be extremely special to me in the future, but for now, it's definitely a little too much. Maybe I'll scan this cover in and print it smaller for my passport. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if that'll work. I really love the little cover. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening, but I thought this would be a good way for me to share inside, let you know how wonderful this did work for me and why I'm adjusting it, because I have shared with you guys I want to stick with for the most part, and it's okay if you switch switch up and stuff, but I just do it a little bit too much in years past. And so if I could, I really wanted to stick with something. That's not to say I don't use other things. I do. I have a little Hobonichi A6 just because just because I can't resist a Hobonichi. And it's doing business for me, but it's not. It's really just to enjoy for my love of Hobonichi. And then I have some other little videos coming for you. So I just want to give you little tidbits of my passports. My passport traveler's notebooks. The ones I have and how I utilize those. So if you haven't joined and subscribed, I'd love for you to join and subscribe and stick with me because I have lots of great videos coming your way of my little altered things that I do, a little altered hacks to my notebooks and my stationery items and little pouches and so on. So thanks guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a click. And as always, I answer all of my questions. Thanks.